I'm not even gonna do an intro because we got way too much to talk about today. Porky Minch. Have you heard of him? Have you even played EarthBound? Well, I have. And this man has committed crime. Crimes against humanity. Not the card game. Crimes of war. And if you've played these games like me, you know this is true. If you haven't played these games, the fuck are you doing? Porky Minch has committed crimes, and it has been specifically stated across multiple nations of the globe that his actions were considered unethical, unorthodox, and inhumane. There is just too much going on with this. My brain is hurting because it is expanding so much. I cannot take this task on alone. So I have brought in the help of my dear friend and EarthBound mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, BeeSquared. B, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man, fuck it. Let's do it.
B, why don't you go ahead and tell these nice people at home a little bit about today's topic of discussion.
There's been a lot of debate surrounding Porky Minch and the true essence of his character. Is he truly evil? Or are his actions the result of Gygas's influence over him throughout the course of EarthBound? Regardless of which side of the fence you stand on, Porky's done a lot of terrible stuff, and that's what we're here to talk about today. A deep dive into Porky's most unspeakable crimes.
That's right, folks. The EarthBound Nation is about to get a whole lot more fucked up. B, why don't you take the first one?
Absolutely love to. So the first one I want to talk about today is a very big one. The endangerment of all life. Porky's hatred for the world nearly leads to the destruction of reality itself multiple times. By seizing control of the Seven Needles in Mother 3, Porky attempts to awaken the Dark Dragon, a force capable of reshaping or erasing the entire world. Had Lucas and his team not put a stop to it, Porky would have actually just clean slated everything, like right there, gone. But the crazy thing is that this isn't even his first rodeo. Yeehaw, motherfucker! In EarthBound, Porky aligns himself with Gygas, the universal cosmic destroyer, a being whose madness threatened to consume all of reality. I know we're starting this list off pretty strong, but I don't know how it gets any worse than that.
B, my man, you're spitting right now. Now, the first one that I gotta bring up is torture. Multiple times throughout the EarthBound franchise, Porky Minch has tortured innocent civilians. But the one I'm specifically talking about is at the very beginning of the game, when Porky Minch inhumanly treats Ness and his mother by knocking on the goddamn door so fucking loud. That shit is pure torture, and I cannot believe that Nintendo made a game where they would put somebody through that. The first time I played this, I actually filed a complaint, sent it into Nintendo for putting this bullshit in. Is this foreshadowing of what's about to happen in the game EarthBound? Porky Minch's career as a fucking hater? As Porky Minch's origin story? How he becomes the bringer of death? Hit us with the next one, B.
Dude, absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. The knocking at the beginning of EarthBound is ridiculous. You can hear the knocks echoing all throughout Ness's house, and they're so loud that they're even annotated with text, which is only reserved for a few specific moments in EarthBound, like when Jeff crashes the Skyrunner in Threed, or when you get a smash critical hit. But, let's see. I guess my next pick would have to be cultural genocide and forced industrialization. So let me paint the scene for you. Tazmily Village, a once peaceful paradise, is slowly stripped of its identity. It starts with the Sunshine Forest incident in Chapter 1, where Porky's soldiers, the Pigmask Army, set fire to the forest, sending the citizens of Tazmily into a frenzy. This attack inadvertently leads to the death of Lucas's mom, Hinawa, kicking off the events of Mother 3. In Chapter 3, Facade, a pain in my ass, arrives in the village, working under Porky's orders to tempt the villagers with modern conveniences. Those who resist are ridiculed or ignored, and unfortunately, this is the start of Tazmily's slow descent into consumerism and complacency. By Chapter 4, modernization has completely taken over. Roads replace dirt paths, factories rise, and money dictates life. By Chapter 5, Tazmily is an empty shell. Its people have either moved on to the big city or are too numb to care. It's completely insane. And without a doubt, it's one of the worst things Porky has ever done.
Fuck yeah, B. Next up for me, it's gotta be the time that he bombed those 3 hospitals in Threed.
Wait, what?
Everyone knows there's 3 hospitals in Threed because there's 3 of everything. He bombed all 3 of them. He fucking bombed those hospitals straight Joker style. Take it, B.
Yeah, you know, I haven't played EarthBound so long, but I do remember going to the hospital a lot in Threed, and it was probably because there were, like you said, 3 hospitals. It was super convenient. Oh man, I guess the next one would have to be one of Porky's most infamous war crimes. Child soldier recruitment, brainwashing, and psychological warfare. As I said before, Porky commands a vast military force known as the Pigmask Army. While the game never states it outright, strong evidence suggests many of Tazmilly's villagers actually became the Pigmask soldiers we see, either through brainwashing or by embracing Fasad's corrupt ideology. But no act of cruelty is more personal than what Porky does to Lucas's brother. Klaus, after trying to avenge his mother, is mortally wounded by a mechanized Drago and left for dead. Porky takes his broken body and turns him into the Masked Man, stripping away his identity, mutilating him with cybernetic implants, and forcing him to fight his own family. Need I remind you, the kid is 7! By the end, Klaus faces Lucas in a brutal final battle. Lucas refuses to fight back, enduring blow after blow, until their mother's voice from fucking heaven finally reaches Klaus, breaking through his brainwashing and bringing him back to his senses. But with clarity comes unbearable guilt. He realizes he's been a pawn in Porky's twisted game, harming innocents and nearly killing his father and brother. In an act of atonement, Klaus fires one final, fatal lightning blast, knowing Lucas's Franklin badge will reflect it back. As he collapses, Klaus shares his final words with Lucas before passing away, finally freed from Porky's control and reunited with their mother in death. It's one of the most heartbreaking moments in Mother 3 in the entire series, driving home its themes of love, loss, and the devastating cost of power.
Next up is when he dropped mustard gas into the schools of Fourside.
What?
4 schools, mustard gas, dead kids. Huh? Now, the nation of Azerbaijan actually repealed this one. They wanted it to be stricken from the list of Porky Minch's war crimes. We're not sure exactly why they did this. Anyway, Porky Minch dropping the deadliest gas that was used in the World Wars into schools? Straight Joker style, bitch.
Zane, yeah. I know we're kind of doing our own thing, like going back and forth and stuff. But Azerbaijan? What do they have to do with EarthBound?
B, hold up, my ears are on fire from all this shit you are spitting right now. Straight facts.
Are you gonna answer my question or not?
Now, next up is a bit controversial.
I guess not.
Reports and multiple eyewitnesses have stated that they saw Porky Minch using a shotgun in the trenches of France during World War I.
What?
Now, this is highly controversial. It was really only Germany that was wanting convictions against Porky, but Porky never went to trial. Germany did, though. Am I right, B?
Germany. Yeah, I thought we were talking about EarthBound today.
Next up is when he sawed his brother Pokey in half.
That is not lore accurate.
He tied him down.
No.
Waterboarded him.
No.
Electroshock.
PSI Thunder, technically.
Straight fucking torture. Joker style. This was actually never released. It was in a special edition Japanese-only copy of EarthBound, and there are only 500 in existence. I have 499 of them. Of course I had to give one to B. Isn't that right, B? You've played this game, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I have played EarthBound. I have. I've played the whole series, front to back. And I feel I feel if we kind of bring it back to stuff that actually happened in the series, I think that'd be incredible. I've got one more thing here for you. Is it okay if we just talk about it?
Yeah, man, I could spare a few seconds for the realest Earthbound G I know. Get it, boss man B.
Okay, awesome. I guess, to me, Porky's whole reign of terror is built on cruelty, manipulation, and absolute control. He enslaves Dr. Andonuts, forcing him to create living nightmares like the ultimate chimera, a beast so lethal, even its creators live in fear of it. He twists innocent creatures into grotesque monstrosities, warping nature itself to suit his own childish vision. Then there's New Pork City, a hollow paradise where ignorance is law, and its people, blinded by luxury, bow to Porky as their ruler. Meanwhile, the enslaved Mr. Saturns work tirelessly in the shadows, their suffering hidden beneath the city's neon lights. They're just trying to make sure the series is treated right.
Wait, what series?
Even Tazmily wasn't safe.
The World
At
Series?
first, it was just progress. Happy boxes, modern conveniences. But these harmless gifts slowly drained the villagers of their independence, turning them into obedient shadows of their former selves.
Wait.
Anyone who resisted, spoke out against this false prophet,
Wait, back up.
isolated, erased from the conversation.
Wait, back up. Profit?
But the most twisted thing about Porky isn't his schemes or even his sadistic sense of humor. It's the fact that he enjoys it all. He wasn't always this monster. Once he was just a selfish, cowardly kid. But instead of growing, instead of learning, he doubled down. He kept making the community worse.
Wait.
Just because he could. And somehow, after everything that's happened, people still eat up his every word!
Are you good? 'Cause I don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now. What, the community? What, the Earthbound community?
No, sorry, man. No, I haven't played the games in forever. I've just been revisiting them again has been just a treat, and I realized that as I gotten older, I really care about shit. But to answer your question about the community, the Tazmily, the community of Tazmily Village, that's what I was talking about.
You know, Tazmily Village is actually based on ancient Chinese villages that
No.
were visited by Mongolians
No.
traveling the Silk Road in
No.
the 1400s.
No!
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's all the time we got for today. Thank you to BeeSquared for joining me. Show the people some love, B.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
My
Yeah,
man.
You gonna let me finish my outro?
Ladies and gentlemen of the Earthbound Nation, we will see you next time.